Hi everyone. Hi everyone, and happy Saturday. I am so excited. This is my first live Instagram event, and we are going to talk about confidence today. For the people who don't know me, my name is Sevda. I am the founder and designer of Sevda London. We are an accessory brand based in London. I just can't describe how excited I am right now. And I see that people are coming. How interesting. Thank you so much, guys, for coming and supporting me. Oh, how lovely. I see some familiar faces here. Wow, thank you. Thank you, friends. And my parents are here. My sister is here. My dear friends are here. How amazing to be here and sharing this moment with you guys, because you know me, and you've been supporting this journey for me for a longer time, and just you know my passion about what I am doing. And thank you once again, especially today. And our topic is today confidence, and I'm going to have a lovely guest today. She's a wonderful person inside and outside, and she's a fashion model from Sweden, but she lives in London just like me. And I know that she's been suffering from imposter syndrome for a while, and that we are going to ask her some questions: how she gained her confidence back, how she created her successful modeling career. And she'll be here. Oh, Emelie is here. So I'm going to accept her. Okay, go live with Emelie. She's coming. Oh, she's here, my dear Emelie.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm trying to adjust my camera here so I can kind of see properly.
Yeah,
Hi.
definitely. Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
Really, really excited to be here. So yeah.
likewise, likewise. It's amazing to share my first Instagram live with you, and just such a wonderful person, and in every way, inside and outside. And you have a wonderful modeling career. This is also very inspiring for me. And let's talk about confidence today. And by the way, with Emily, we had a lovely conversation yesterday, just to know each other better and talk about the topics a little bit. So let's dive in. Let's talk about it. Let's know more about Emily first. Who is Emily, and why did you move to London? When did you start your career here? And we want to know everything about it. By the way, Emily, do you know what I'm going to do? Maybe it will be
Yeah.
a lot easier. I'm going to turn the
Mm.
comments off for now, so we
Okay.
can just focus on ourselves.
Just
But end
chat.
of
Yeah.
our conversation, that let's turn them on again. Let's see if we have any questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Turn off comments. Perfect. Okay. Now we are alone.
Perfect. Yeah, so thank you so much for inviting me to this live. I mean, it's my first ever live, so I'm really excited to do it with you as well. Like I think I said on my stories and everything, I've always admired your brand. Your brand is beautiful, and you as a person is just so inspirational. So I'm really honored. I feel a bit like, wow, this is quite amazing for me. But yeah, I mean, just yeah, it's just really exciting. And yeah, so in terms of like me, I mean, my name is Emily. I'm a fashion model. I have been doing this for over 10 years now, so quite a while. Originally from Sweden. So I was born in Sweden, in the north of Sweden, quite a small town up in the north. And I moved here about 15 years ago. Not because of modeling, it was just I moved to just learn English, like really practice my English, and I stayed and I loved it. So I was doing other jobs before I started modeling. So I was a barmaid. I worked in an office. I did lots of different things. And then I started modeling about 12 years ago, I think, around that time. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I've had some really fun experiences, and travel to places which I never thought I would see otherwise. So yeah, I feel really fortunate. It's been a good profession for me, so I've really enjoyed it.
How amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, your beginning is quite similar to mine. Obviously, I moved to this country for about 15, 16 years ago just to improve my English and to
Yeah.
just to get better and gain my confidence, obviously, because that time that I was working as a fashion designer in Istanbul, but I
Mm.
wasn't able to speak English. Obviously, we had wonderful clients,
Yeah.
uh, but I wasn't able to communicate with them. And just imagine that creating a collection, but in the end that you are not able to express your feelings of you created this collection, that you have to step aside and just
Mm.
someone else coming trying to explain the collection on behalf of you. Just I said, it doesn't work in that way, you know. Just if I need
Mm.
to own it, that I have to move England, I learn and improve myself, and I'll get back in the end. But just
Yeah.
like you, I came here, I started exploring the culture, the beauty, and the confidence that culture giving us here. It was wonderful, and especially that they were welcoming entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs. I say, okay, I'm going to stay, so I'll chase my dream here. But Emily, what about? I mean, why fashion? I mean, why did you choose the career of fashion as a fashion model?
To be honest, if I'm going to be completely honest, it just literally happened. It wasn't something that I dreamt about when I was a kid. It wasn't, I mean, to be honest, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a writer. That's what my dream was. It was completely different, not anything else. Like, I didn't have that in my sort of focus. But what happened was I got scouted, which was well, I think about 12 years ago, and I got scouted by this agency. And although I was really not ready for it, I was really not confident at all. I hated the way I looked. I hated everything about myself, really. And I actually thought it was a joke when I got scouted, sorry. And that's how it started off. I remember feeling really, I can't do this, I can't do this. But eventually I got intrigued and I got interested in, I mean, I've always been interested in fashion. And one of my friends, she was doing a fashion degree in her college and she needed a model. So I said, well, I can do it for you, and realized I really, really enjoyed it, which I was surprised about because obviously my lack of confidence was, quite strong. And yeah, I think that's sort of why I always feel when people ask me, how did you become a model or why did you become a model? It's kind of, it wasn't something that I wanted at that point. It just happened. And I'm really glad that it did the way it did. So, yeah.
I'm glad you did. This is the way that I found you, obviously, just because we have passion for fashion, obviously,
Yeah.
and this passion brought us together. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that you took this journey. But you also mentioned that you had imposter syndrome. Could you talk a little bit about this? I mean, when I look at you, also yesterday I told you about this. You are a beautiful person, you know. Just of course you have a genuine, lovely soul and a lovely intention. Yet outside, you are such a lovely, nice person. You are genuinely a beautiful person that we are trying to be eventually. You know, just the person that we are going through the fashion magazines, trying to inspiring to be, and just, I mean, you are that person already. But you say that, oops, you had imposter syndrome. Just I really
Yeah.
don't understand how is this really possible. You know, just
Oh,
tell how did you feel actually? So how did you come over this syndrome?
I mean, this is the thing. You're so sweet, honestly. I just feel really flattered you saying that. I think the thing of obviously, like I said, I've always lacked in confidence. As a kid, I wasn't, particularly confident, and I think working as a model, you kind of force yourself into an industry where you have to be, at least when you're working, you have to be confident. You can't stand and hide. And I think I kind of forced myself into that persona, but it didn't feel like it was me. And I felt like I was sort of behind a mask sort of thing. This was work Emelie, and behind the scenes, normal Emelie was not confident. And I think the time when I realized about, I mean, I didn't know what imposter syndrome was. I had no idea what it was. But I remember the time, it was only 3 years ago probably, when I realized that something was really sort of bugging me, because I still felt not confident in what I was doing. I always felt like, oh, it must be because of luck. It must be because of, they must be so desperate to need someone to model. So I got picked. And it was always, not because I did something well. It was because of, luck or, desperation that they booked me. So I think the time when I really sort of started looking into it was, I was booked for, well, I got offered a contract for a big fashion brand. And first of all, I thought they were joking. I always had this thing of thinking, oh, they must have thought I was someone else, so they mistook the model. And I got the contract, and I remember thinking, they must be really desperate, or I must be super lucky that they picked me because everyone else couldn't do it or something. It was always something, it couldn't be because of me. And I worked there, and I worked there for a long time. And I still, every day I came in and felt, well, they're going to find out that I'm just, I'm an imposter. Like, they're going to literally think, oh, you're not the person we thought you were, out. And every single day I went into work feeling like this. And it really, after a while, it started to make me feel like this is actually really annoying. Like, it's messing with my head. I feel like this every day. It's draining. It's not making me feel confident at all. And I started to look into, how can I boost my confidence? Maybe I can change something. And I came across this article about imposter syndrome, and I read it, and I just went, this is it. This is how I feel. They understand how I feel. I felt like maybe it was just me feeling like this. And I started looking into it and realizing that this is something that a lot of people actually do suffer from. It's really common. Like, it's not even something that is just between like women to women or men to men. It's a big thing. And even people that are really, really successful feel like this. And that changed my mindset, thinking, okay, it's not just, I'm being weird, or, it is actually something that people think about themselves. So I started looking into how to overcome it and sort of change my mindset about it. And it really helped. I looked at articles. I was, always on listening to podcasts to try and change my behavior and my thought process about it. And although it's not completely gone, I do feel it from time to time. It's really helped me sort of overcome this. I don't know, it was a feeling that made me just stop doing what I was doing and not really focusing on progressing. So yeah, that's sort of what
Yeah,
happened.
I relate to your story again, like myself, that I've been suffering from it for longer times. And it
Mm,
took so long time to realize actually that I am enough. I am ready for what I'm doing. And
yeah,
probably everyone is watching right now is having the similar thoughts time to time. Just I think the most important part to accept yourself as you are. I
yeah,
mean, you are a God creation and you are lovely as you are. And I think the first step just to get rid of it is to accept yourself as you are. This is definitely
yeah,
first. But second one, stop comparing yourself to others. I think this is
absolutely.
very important. The others, actually, they are not others, they are friends, sister, brothers. They are here to collaborate rather than,
Mm,
distinguish yourself from them. It's just, if we are collaborative, that we can create magic together. I strongly believe that. That's why that this is probably the fate match us, that we are here right
yeah,
now and having the same syndrome and
mm,
struggling through it, but still, even though there are times that I'm still feeling it, I'm comparing myself, I'm saying I'm not enough, and then another day I wake up, I'm talking to myself, I'm telling myself that, no, Sevda, you are enough, you're
yeah,
wonderful, you are here to do that, and you are doing amazing work, keep doing it. I think this is very, very important. I think I agree also with you that when you start realizing it's not just you, the other
yeah,
people also are suffering from the exact same
mm,
problems, the same negative thoughts. Oh, just you step back and you start shifting your mindset. I said,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And just even for me being here and having this conversation, start going live, whew,
Mm.
such a big step.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. And we are exactly, and I'm doing it with you. And the first time,
Mm.
and probably I'll remember you my entire life because the first experiences are always so important and always will
Yeah.
be remembered. Um, well, Emily, what inspires you actually? What do you do? How did you spend this COVID? Probably. Oh, just let's talk a little bit COVID. Um, did it affect your modeling career? How did you manage it? So how did you keep positive for bright future, let's say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited that I strongly believe that things will start turning better now. Are you excited for
Mm.
the post-COVID lives?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I'm just feeling so much more positive now. I think, yeah, it's really affected my work. I mean, in the beginning, I couldn't work because obviously the most of the studios were closed. Um, and I think, to be honest, the first sort of bit of the first part of the lockdown was actually really healing, which sounds really silly to say, but I was working really hard. I was in a place where I didn't feel like I ever had time to just take a step back and just relax and just sit down and not do anything. And that obviously, when the kind of world stopped, you had that time and you say, oh, wow, I've got all this time and I can just relax. So I think in a way it was really that part of it was welcome. I needed that. And I think a lot of people did, like just kind of just relax a little bit and just not go 100 miles an hour all the time. But yeah, I mean, me and my husband, we had time together. We were doing a lot of gardening. We built
Amazing.
this little outdoor studio outside, which was really exciting. And we also got together and decided to start up our own company doing production, which all came through obviously being together, throughout the days and kind of having time together and just plan ahead and not just constantly be sort of on the go. But yeah, so there's a lot of good things coming out of sort of just being a bit more, I don't know, sort of not having stuff to do all the time. Um, but yeah, we did a lot of cycling. I did a lot of running. I was outside a lot. Just kept active as much as possible. And yeah, just I do feel like it was a weird period of time when everyone had to sort of reflect on what they were doing and where their life was going. And I think, although, however, it's been a really horrific time, I think parts of it has been positive. So I feel like I'm grateful for that part of the whole sort of experience, that there's been parts that actually has helped me refocus my mind, rethink how I'm living, rethink where I want to go. So
Absolutely. How amazing. And I think I'm glad that you utilized this time at home. I think it was likewise again. It was
mm,
a shock first, definitely, and it
yeah,
was scary, but then later it just slowed me down and I can't appreciate more than this. Now I'm trying to take things slowly and
yeah,
I am really focused on things that I'm trying to be more mindful now because before COVID, I don't know if you probably you had the same experience, especially as a model in your career. It's all about rushing from one shoot to another one.
yeah,
Absolutely. But I'm just staying at home. Uh,
mm,
you're so lucky that you are with your husband,
yeah,
and probably that was it's a second. Let's call it second honeymoon, and just
yeah,
probably you discover yourself, and you had
mm,
fantastic memories right now.
yeah,
Likewise, just for the things that I really wanted to do for a long time, that finally
mm,
I had time to do the books I really wanted to read, and I slept longer hours. I'm so grateful that I had an opportunity to sleep. As a
yeah,
designer, I generally just your day is quite hectic, and you run from one event to another, more social events, interactive with ladies. Obviously, they are all necessary, very important. But the problem that from me that I realized, even though I was so active and
yeah,
engaging with others, I always time for others. but I didn't have time for myself. One
Yes.
schedule to another one. What about my needs? Now, finally, I started recognizing who I am, my identity.
Mm.
And I strongly believe that the confidence comes from recognizing who you are and
Yeah.
what your needs actually. When you are started taking care of yourself, giving yourself some time, that suddenly I mean, it's a process that you start becoming more confident anyway, just because you
Mm.
are respecting yourself. Just I'm absolutely
Yeah.
love that period. But of course, I am in love with my friends. I miss them so much that I can't
Yeah.
wait to go
Oh, yeah.
out. Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
It's so hard to give one of them.
Exactly.
Honestly,
And
I can't wait.
when I see you next time, I would like
Yeah.
I hope it's going to be face to face and we
Yeah.
can hug each other
Yeah.
genuinely.
I can't wait.
I did absolutely. Absolutely. Well,
Mm.
Emily, I mean, you're a fantastic person. You do what you do is so inspiring, and your new project is very inspiring. That I would love to share more about in the future. What you are achieving, accomplishing. Obviously, I think we should definitely keep sharing it. But what just the final question I have actually? What's your advice to aspiring models? I mean, you have experience. I mean, your journey is quite tough, and becoming a model is not really an easy journey, and
Mm.
ups and downs, and trying to find the right agency, probably, and just if you are having enough respect from the brands that you are collaborative
Yeah.
working with, I think very, very important, because in the end, individually, as you are, is more important what they do, because you are the real person actually they are creating
Mm.
for you, so your identity is extremely important. But how did you manage, obviously? I know that this the imposter syndrome, it was part of this journey, and you are getting
Yeah.
better. I'm getting better and better, and we are getting stronger, obviously. But
Mm.
any advice that you want to give people, and especially young people want to follow this journey, and how they can manage, how they can stay strong in this journey?
I think the biggest thing I would say is just, and it's just a simple thing, just surround yourself with good people, because it is. I think before I started modeling, I had no idea what was going to happen. I was naive and I thought I was going to be just in front of a camera and pose a little bit, and that would be it. And I would never really, I never thought about what was going to happen, you know, how the industry treats people, and the ups and downs, and the amazing highs and sometimes really deep lows. It's very something you have to prepare yourself for. So I think in terms of just remember to really ground yourself, be with people that you know trust and that adore you, loving people, and also do your research when it comes to start modeling. It's don't just go straight for the first agency you see. Research the agency, look into what kind of modeling you really want to do, because there's so many categories. There's not just, you know, oh, if I'm not super tall and super skinny, I can't be a model. It's not true. There's loads of categories you can fall into. So I think do your research, make sure you know who you are before you go into it, because I guess if you are very young, it's going to be difficult because you are very impressionable. I was lucky enough to be quite much older than most models, because I started when I was about 21, 22, which made me, you know, an old model when I started. But it was good for me because there's no way I could have done it when I was younger. Just sort of advice for sort of when you start, just do your research, surround yourself with really good people that believe in you and can support you, and
Absolutely.
just understand that the industry is an amazing industry, but it's also very tough. So just be prepared for it.
Absolutely. Do you think that they have the, especially because now the um, age is they start quite young now. The
Yeah.
probably their age when they start for their career was about 13, 14 years old now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think, what about their parents? I believe that they should get their parents' support during this journey, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you start that young, I mean, I don't know enough about it because I wasn't that young when I started, but I know I've gone to castings when I stood next to, 14-year-old and her mum, and I just stand there going,
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Like, it's amazing that you can do that when you're that young. I would have gone and hid under cover or something. There's no way I could have done it.
Wow.
But it's really impressive. But I think that's, like I say, have supportive people around you that can pull you up when you need it and also give you sound advice, because
So true.
sometimes this world is very different from the normal world. So things you hear sometimes it's not actually what's true. So having supportive, strong people around you to tell you when things are getting tough is important. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, is there anything else that you want to share, or do you have any question to a designer, by the way? I
Yeah,
need to
I've
answer.
got
Yeah, yeah,
no,
really.
but do you know what my biggest thing is? Like I said, and I know I keep on going on about it, but I really mean it. Like, I absolutely adore your style. I think your brand is just so elegant, so effortless, so just classic and beautiful. And I think that's what you've said before, that you stand for, the effortless and a classic, that you can have,
Absolutely.
you can have this for a long time. You're not going to go and change it like every week, because it's something that is a staple thing in your wardrobe. So I would like to know, where do you get your inspiration from? I'm really curious, because
Uh,
like what inspires you?
Actually, my real inspiration, just women like you. You are my inspiration.
Oh,
My friends are my inspiration. Women like me are my inspiration, obviously. I strongly believe, because I am one of those person. Um, I work hard, but I want clean and effortless beauty.
mm,
Just I don't have time to think about my clothes, even though as a designer,
yeah,
I don't want to spend 1 hour in front of my wardrobe and getting ready. Just I want to grab something and easily jeans and t-shirt and the very classic bag that I can start my day and continue during my day, and the evening just a very simple dress. Still, it would be fantastic that if I can carry this lovely bag with me. So obviously your needs are my inspiration, but apart
mm,
from women, obviously this culture, I think England especially, the its gardens are my true inspiration. I'm a huge nature lover. I love spending my time in nature, and during COVID, actually, I recognized that side of mine one more time. Just especially Kew Gardens. We are just really
yeah,
very close by, and the flowers enveloping this London, and just if you look at the collection, probably see that we have a lovely bag called tulip. It's a sort of tulip shape. I say it's
I've
going to
seen that.
blossom in spring with the zips on the sides. I mean, just I keep naming my handbags, my babies, with tulips, and also the women. I say just like you, elegant women like Audrey Hepburn is absolutely my icon. These are my inspiration, my journeys, and the art galleries and the people I talk to, and obviously these are my definitely inspiration.
Yeah, you can really see it in your design, especially like kind of, when I love seeing brands when you feel like, I want to be the person that wears that. I want to be that. I want to wear this and feel just like this is just part of me, sort of like in terms of the classic feel. I love that kind of the vibe of feeling very classically sophisticated, and I feel like your brand really has that. But it's also sometimes I feel like it can be quite playful as well, and I like that you have both. It's not just very classic, very sort of too like rigid. It's very it's both, and I adore that. So you've done really well with that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give more options to women. Obviously, if you are into more bright colors, you are welcome. We have
Mm,
lovely bright colors. But if you love classic black and white, you can find black and white as well. This is fantastic. But I think that the most important element of my my collection, my products are the quality. I think this is
Mm.
absolutely must for me, obviously. I think this is the true essence of sustainability. Quality means that if you, even that you have any problem with your products, your bag, that is repairable, that you can
Mm.
have it repaired through us or through different the agencies that can do it for you, but absolutely repairable. This is important because when you have any product in your life, just it's not going to be a product anymore. It's becoming your
Mm.
identity because it's always with you. You take it to everywhere. Your
Mm.
your bag or your anything, your scarf or anything that you wear, it's becoming your part of your journey and sharing
Mm.
everything with you. It's just you go to Paris, Lala, your bag is with you, and you stay. You are in London having a fantastic time with your friends, and just your back is with you all the time. So
Mm.
it's becoming who you are, you know, just it's gaining its own identity. It's becoming part of you. And in the end, after long years, that so many memories attached to your handbag, right?
Yeah.
You can't let it go. Just it's
No.
so valuable to you right now. That's why maybe the repairable part is so important, so that you can fix it easily without
Mm.
just without tossing it into bin. Just because if you love something, that you care for it, you know,
Mm.
it's always important part of who you are. I mean, this is
Yeah.
how I created. This is the mentality I have.
I love that though. It's so nice. But I completely agree with you. Like, you know, you have your favorite things that you keep forever and ever and ever. And I'm kind of a person that I use the things that I don't buy many things, but the things that I love, I wear over and over and over again. And I just wear it until I can't wear it anymore. It's broken, you know. So it's sometimes it's I guess like I've had things that I wish I could have fixed it. I wish I could have repaired it, but it's not something that I could have done then. So it's a really nice element that you can actually, because the quality is so good, that you can repair items because, you
Definitely.
know, you want to wear it again and you want to keep it. So,
Absolutely, absolutely.
mhm.
Emelie, let's see
Yeah.
if we have any questions before
Okay.
finalizing our day.
Yeah.
Let me turn. Let's see what we have. Okay.
I'm gonna grab water.
Okay, we have so many congratulations, hearts, highs.
That was
That's lovely. Thank you, thank you.
lovely.
Wow, wow, amazing, guys. Thank you so much. Let me see any questions here. Well, congratulations and congratulations
Yeah.
right now.
We got a lot of like nice
I think,
compliments from
yeah, I think we
it.
gave satisfaction answer. So I probably they are happy with our conversation. So
That's good.
so yeah, that's lovely.
I can't believe we've done our first live
Yeah,
now.
exactly, exactly. And I would love to have another conversation with you. I think the confidence was a wonderful concept just to start with, and I think I feel even more confident today. I feel it. I feel more
Oh,
energized.
yeah, I feel the same. It's been lovely to chat with you,
Yeah.
honestly. You're such a beautiful, just beautiful person, honestly. You really are.
Thank you, Emily. Well, thank you again. It was pleasure, and for our second round, until
Mm,
that time, I'm going to say
yeah,
bye to you. Okay?
yeah. Bye.
Bye
Have a
bye
lovely
bye.
weekend.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Same to you. Bye
Bye.
dear. Bye bye.